Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Maddie. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our community of history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the murky waters of historical myths. Because let's face it, sometimes the stories we've been told are more myth than fact. So buckle up, because we're about to separate truth from fiction and uncover the real story behind some of America's most enduring historical narratives.
History is often written by the victors, but sometimes what we think we know is far from the truth. Today we're diving into the myths and misconceptions about US history and separating fact from fiction.
Ready to uncover the truth? Let's get started. All right, let's talk turkey. Or rather, let's talk about the Thanksgiving myth. You know the story. Pilgrims, Native Americans, a beautiful feast celebrating peace and harmony. It's a heartwarming tale we've all heard since elementary school. But the reality, as is often the case with history, is a bit more complicated. Yes, there was a meal shared in 1621 between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag people. But it wasn't exactly a kumbaya moment. The Wampanoag were not invited guests. They came to investigate what these newcomers were up to. This first Thanksgiving was a strategic alliance, not a celebration of friendship. The Pilgrims, desperate for food and struggling to adapt to their new environment, needed the Wampanoag's knowledge and expertise. So while the image of a harmonious feast makes for a lovely Thanksgiving tradition, it's crucial to remember the complex historical context. Paul Revere, the silversmith-turned-revolutionary hero galloping through the night, warning colonists of approaching British troops. It's a legendary image seared into American memory. But did he really shout, "The British are coming"? Not exactly. Most colonists still considered themselves British. Shouting about the British wouldn't have made sense. They saw themselves as British subjects. Revere likely warned of regulars or redcoats. These terms referred to the British Army uniforms. Imagine the dead of night, tension thick and hoofbeats approaching. A shadowy figure whispers, "The regulars are coming." Revere's ride was pivotal in the American Revolution. It's a story of courage, patriotism and communication. Revere's message, regardless of the exact words, served its purpose. It rallied the colonists for the fight for independence. Chapter 3, July 4th, or August 2nd, the Declaration's signature saga. Cue the fireworks. We celebrate Independence Day with barbecues, parades and national pride. But the Declaration wasn't actually signed on July 4th, 1776. July 4th marks the day the Continental Congress adopted the Declaration. It was a bold move, breaking from the most powerful empire on Earth. But the signing, that's a different story. Most delegates signed on August 2nd. Declaring independence from a superpower was risky. It could cost you everything. The signing was a process, a symbolic act of unity. July 4th's declaration marked the birth of a nation. Chapter 4, George Washington's not-so-wooden teeth, a dental mystery. Picture this, George Washington, first president of the United States, flashing a set of pearly wood. Yeah, that image doesn't exactly scream leader of the free world. The story goes that Washington had wooden teeth. It's a popular image, but it's not quite accurate. While his teeth were notoriously bad, plagued by dental problems throughout his life, they weren't made of wood. Washington's dentures were actually crafted from a rather unsettling mix of materials: ivory, gold, lead, and wait for it, human teeth. That's right, folks. Back in the 18th century, using human teeth in dentures was a common practice. It sounds strange now, but it was a way to create dentures that looked and felt more natural. So why the myth of the wooden teeth? Well, the dentures Washington wore were prone to staining, likely from the materials used in their construction or from substances he consumed like wine. Chapter 5. The Civil War, More Than Just States' Rights. The American Civil War. a brutal conflict that tore the nation apart. It's often portrayed as a battle over states' rights. While states' rights were a factor, the central issue, the undeniable truth that fueled the flames of secession was slavery. The Confederate States seceded from the Union primarily to preserve their right to enslave other human beings. They argued that slavery was essential to their economic and social way of life, a cornerstone of their very existence. The Confederacy even stated this explicitly in their declarations of secession. To claim that the Civil War was solely about states' rights is to ignore the millions of enslaved people who were denied their basic human rights. It's essential to acknowledge the true cause of this devastating conflict. And there you have it, some of the biggest myths in US history debunked. History is fascinating, but it's always important to question what we've been told and dig deeper for the truth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more.
Thanks for watching, and remember, history is more than a story, it's the truth waiting to be uncovered.